Saying on the issue of lawsuits, there's been a very interesting kind of occurrence between Nelly and his former group, the St. Lunatics. After all these years, the St. Lunatics are suing Nelly over records on Country Grammar. Again, I don't know if this is copyright or whatnot. Probably not. Maybe it comes down to royalties and payments, but let's check it out.
St. Lunatics sue Nelly over Country Grammar.
Yeah.
Over the album. It wasn't just Country Grammar.
Yeah.
It was songs on the album.
Yeah. 8 joints.
They co-wrote
The non-slaps.
8 joints.
No, Ride With Me was one of them.
Ride With Me was a slap.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
How much is the
I mean, he tried to get at them, but Ride With Me was absolute banger.
lawsuit?
They're credited on Ride With Me.
50 million.
No, they wasn't a part of Ride With Me. It was another dude.
Thicky
that was
Thick
a part
Girl was another. I'll get the song. Y'all got it.
I think it was another dude that was a part of Ride With Me, and they said that's what prompted them.
You're right. Yeah, you're
that's
right.
what prompted them to look into it. The one dude has sued that he didn't get paid over Ride With Me in 2020, and they said when he said that, they went to go look and be like, "Oh shit, we ain't get paid neither. What's up?" And they said
It was Batter Up. That was the hit. It was Batter Up, Thicky Thick Girl, and Still the Show.
Was Batter Up on Country Grammar? It was. Country Grammar was an absolute banger. Like, I think that is an album that needs to be kind of re-looked at and re-examined in its impact and history in the game. I don't think it's getting enough credit for how like impactful it was, especially for the South and kind of like that whole area of like St. Louis. And just kind of like the impact that it had. I don't think Nelly gets enough credit for like how massive he was back in 2001. But Country Grammar had bangers on there.
Which I love all those records.
I'm on the St. Lunatics side in this one.
Me too. If
they
I
did-
wrote some shit on here and this album is diamond maybe multiple times over at this point worldwide, nah.
Who are they gonna get the money from?
The label, the
Nelly, the label.
I don't know.
They said they kept
Somebody.
asking Nelly and his people's like, "Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up?" And he was just like, "Yeah, we got you." Like blowing them off. Pause.
Yeah, looking at certifications, it's gone diamond in the US, which is insane. That's over 10 million units sold to date. It's gone platinum in the UK, over 300K, 45K in New Zealand, 150K Germany, 300K 3 times platinum in Canada, and 70K platinum in Australia. So like it has done very, very well. So like I kind of agree if there is truth behind St. Lunatics not getting paid proper royalties for their work on the album, and an album that has gone almost 20 million units sold, and I'm not getting any of my money, then yeah, I might kind of have some issues and have a problem with things that are not right financially. But again, this is a story as true and as old as time in the music industry. If you are not the main artist, you are not the main producer, you're just one of kind of the side guys, especially in hip hop, there has been a lot of issues with getting your money. It's unfortunate because they were supposed to be boys. That's pretty much over now.
Yeah, they discovered that not only did they not receive any credit as authors and / or creators of the original compositions, but that Nelly and others took full credit for creating the original composition.
Yeah, that's tough.
Niggas still reading stuff.
Yeah.
He don't even ask us. He just take it.
Nope.
That's why I fuck with you.
That's
Man,
right.
I need that. I need
Doing
that
shit on
too.
purpose.
Grimy, shady business. The music industry, especially hip hop, is grimy, shady business. If anything, it reminds me of that Jadakiss skit where it was Jay Jerkin, where they're like the jerk. Well, I'm not even gonna say that because that would have came out real crazy. Where they're screwing over their artists, they're stealing from them, they sign them to these absolutely screwed up, messed up contracts. It was a skit, very famous in Jadakiss's I forget which album that was. I think it was the debut solo album. It also reminds me of the Drewski skit where he does the whole record label situation and where you just know you getting used and abused. So what is his record label called? Could Have Been Records. That's exactly what it reminds me of. Could Have Been Records.
I'm just looking for shit to read now. Yeah, go ahead and talk.
I don't have a take here. I totally agree with the Lunatics. They do need to be paid. I do understand how it is when you building, though.
Yeah.
You building, don't nobody got this shit didn't fly. We do all hands on deck. I get that too, but it's been 20-something years.
And but when he keeps reassuring y'all, like, yo, I got you. I'm gonna make it right, basically.
Okay.
And then you don't, and then they find out like all this time, like, oh shit, we didn't get no credit.
Yeah.
You never fixed it.
And like Park said, the
I agree
album
with
is
that.
diamond. We don't know how much money he made from the album. So let's just say he made 50 mil, 100 mil, whatever the case may be. I don't know how the numbers go, but yo, my nigga, my 3 million could be used
That means
right
something.
now. You know what I'm saying? You might have made 100. I'll take 1.5, whatever the case may be.
Now,
Once again-
now that I'm listening to y'all, I might be splitting how I feel now.
Yeah, we know.
I mean, when you
There's a halo effect that some people have. Nelly clearly had a halo effect. Like, Nelly was the anointed one.
Sure.
That's per them. 1, 2. I don't know how Nelly negotiated for them and with them after that Country Grammar album. Like when Air Force Ones and when they went on their run, I don't know how much of that was Nelly saying, here. Like maybe that's what the got you meant. I'm not gonna get you on my album because I'm 10 million in and I'm eating, but on y'all shit, maybe. I'm
No,
speculating.
but it can't be because I understand what you're saying. Like maybe his
It's just a dirty game. It is an absolutely dirty game. I don't really understand or know the whole situation behind like Nelly and his business and their agreements with, you know, his supposed partners. But the thing that happens a lot in hip hop, especially early on when you're first kind of breaking through, like people will just sign and agree to almost anything because they think we're boys, we're friends, we're damn near family. Like we're in this together. He gonna look out for me and take care of me. But time and time again, that is rarely ever the case. So, and music industry is just a weird business in general. And it's like one of those fields where if you really want to get into music, you need to have your paperwork right. You need to have a lawyer. You need to have people looking over these things. But also, if you do have those things, that can also keep people in record labels and like other people like that are trying to help put you on from doing business with you because they know what they're doing is shady. It is kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's just kind of crazy after all these years for this to be popping up now. It's been like almost 20-some years.
payment
look y'all
was,
out
I'm gonna
over
look y'all out. But they said they found out in 2020. They haven't had a problem.
Just answered my question. 2020, they just found out like, why have I not been getting any of my accreditation and payments, which is kind of crazy. Like you think you would notice not getting royalty checks and getting payments for work that you've done on one of the biggest albums from the 2000s. That's just bad business on all parties together.
Project out since 2020, and he's saying, yo, I got you, I'm gonna take care of you. If his response would have been, yo nigga, I did XYZ for you, that was me paying you back.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
That's true. What did they think prior to 2020, I wonder?
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
They said they didn't know nothing until Homeboy sued him for Ride With Me.
That's a little bit
something,
negligent.
something is off there.
Yeah, so that's a little bit negligent.
A little bit. A lot negligent. How do you not know you're not getting money? You're not getting paid. You're not getting what you're supposed to be getting for work that you've done on an album. Like, that's kind of weird to me. Almost 20 years go by, or 20 years do go by. Almost 19 years go by, and you finally start to say something. If I'm Nelly, I'm like, damn, y'all ain't have a problem for 20 years. Now you coming at me like crazy? Like, he probably feels and looks at y'all as like some, trying to take advantage. But even if you're in the right, it's kind of crazy. Like, why wait this long? It's going to be hard. It's going to be harder than years to get your money now.
And artists do be negligent.
Could be ignorance. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, you're negligent. You're negligent in the beginning because you guys are creating together to, help somebody or help the person in the front become successful. And on top of that, it's just later on the same shit I was talking about earlier. Later, when you start discovering shit, niggas want to double back and change
He might have just gave them some bread up front.
Yeah.
Or right when it popped off. He might have gave them some bread. And they thought this was payment for this. And then you get more information and you
learn
learn
the business side, like, what?
We never got, we supposed to get publishing. We supposed to get this. We supposed to get that. And he been saying he was going to take care of that. We never got it.
Yeah.
So now over time, we should have made X amount of money because you might have thought that original money up front was all you get. True. Not knowing that you still get paid off of this album.
And the no credit.
I wonder what the statute of limitations are on kind of like recouping, publishing, and whatnot, and contracts. Again, if they even signed contracts. Because if you didn't sign contracts and now you're trying to like come back around and like enforce something that you never put contracts in, let's see. Says Copyright Act states that the statute of limitations for copyright violation, which is 3 years of civil lawsuits. So you have 3 years to file if you think you've had your music stolen from. Here we go. Is it too late to collect music royalties? Here it goes. If someone, here's kind of an entertainment lawyer speaking about publishing and whatnot. Is it too late to collect music royalties? Back in 1998, 2001, I wrote and featured on many songs for record labels, artists, albums. Many of the albums went gold or platinum. One specific song, which was a radio single, went 2 or 3 times platinum. I never got paid. Where I was from at that time, had no well-experienced entertainment lawyers. I really didn't know how to pursue an attorney without money to pay him or her, which is the case for pretty much everybody getting into music. They just kind of do things by word of mouth, handshakes, and verbal agreements, not knowing their full rights are being taken advantage of, because that is exactly what happens in music. They know that there is a power dynamic and an imbalance of power where they have the money, they have the influence, they have what you need. You have the talent, but they have what you need. So you're willing to kind of do things and take less and like agree to things that are not in your best interest. And then you find out years later, like, damn, I probably should not have done that. Afterwards, I sort of let it go because life became busy for the past few years. I've tried reaching out to performing rights organizations, but no luck. I've tried researching the statute of limitations on trying to still collect pay for the songs and or albums, but I cannot find the information. Do I still have a chance to collect pay, or is it too late? And this was the answer that I saw that seemed to be a good one. If someone promised to pay you money and didn't, then your claim may be good, may be more of a contract claim, which again, I don't know their situation and if they signed contracts or not, which honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there is no actual paperwork on this and saying that they're going to get paid for their contributions to the album. In New York, for example, the statute of limitations for breach of contract is 6 years, so that claim may be barred. So again, if there's a contract issue, there is a statute of limitations, and this is almost 20 years have gone by since that album. So I have a hard time seeing them being able to like come to any sort of agreement or get any sort of money unless Nelly specifically decides he wants to do right by them. That's a lot of years to go by to try to get your money now. The copyright infringement statute of limitations is 3 years. But although the work was done as of late, assuming that it's still ongoing, you may well be able to recover damages for the past 3 years. And some pros will also, publishing rights or something like that will also allow you to go back 3 years. So he's saying almost at best, you will be able to get your rights from the past 3 years. That's it, as long as the music is still being streamed, which ain't gonna be a lot.
Credit shit hurts too, because that shit could be some shit where you go sit down with someone to get some type of deal for something else. And I wrote Ride With Me. No, you didn't. I'm looking at the credits right here. Your name's not on there. Fuck.
Yeah, that's mine, dog.
Yeah.
I get it. If he say he's going to take care of it, then I do agree.
So how do they prove that, though? How do they prove what part of the song that they wrote, lyrics-wise, composition? How do they prove that? If it was like, we were still in like the super duper building phase at that time, there's probably not a whole lot of paper trailing and stuff.
Maybe there's a track.
And niggas be winning, because I remember when the niggas from my hood sued Lauren, and they won.
Well, and according to the suit. Nelly has done interviews in the past however many years
saying that. Okay.
that they have written and contributed to this project.
Yeah. Okay. So like I look at right now, just for example, I looked at Batter Up. Composer says Jason Epperson and Steve.
I mean, bottom line is, yes, it's no even question if they contributed to Country Grammar. I think we always knew that. Nelly was pretty open about that. They were contributors to that album. The question is, contractually, did they sign anything? Was there agreements? Were there agreements to be paid publishing? What happened? Were you paid money before? Like, there's a lot of things that we do not know, but based on that little bit of research I did, if this is truly a contract issue, they might be shit out of luck because 20 years have gone by. And those rights, those contracts, those agreements do not last forever. You cannot go back 20 years and try to get those contracts enforced again if you kind of let it go by. Negligence seems to be the biggest issue here, and it's an ongoing issue with a lot of artists, particularly in hip-hop, that need to be educated about the whole music industry and deals and labels and agreements, because things can get real shady, real ugly, real fast. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on Nelly being sued by St. Lunatics.